welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm bringing you here with a say it or shot it video. Oh god, I'm actually really nervous because some of the questions, I've had like a little look through the questions and I know I'm going to be shotting some of them, so thank you everyone who sent me in the questions. But yeah, when you will be watching this, it will be Valentine's Day, so I do just want to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. I love you all so much, all of you who watch and subscribe and like and just support me on this journey. So yeah, happy Valentine's. These are my little flowers that I have received from my wonderful boyfriend Lewis. He's absolutely smashed this year. These are probably the best set like he's ever got me. I don't think he's ever got me red roses before, so I am honestly really happy with this bunch. Yeah, it is actually currently Saturday, but this will be going up on Sunday and it's about like 7 o'clock. I've had to wait all day to film this basically because it's been a bit of a spring clean day for me today. Like, I've been cleaning my room. I'm not going to ramble too much because obviously this isn't part of the video, but what I'm trying to say is I knew I was going to be going out in my car at some point to get some bits that I needed for dinner, so I couldn't do this video until I'd done that. I've done all I need now. I do not need to go out in my car anymore, so now it's time to say it or shot it basically. You guys have asked, I'm bringing you the goods basically. So I've got my shot glass here. I think it's quite big, so I'm a little bit nervous. And I am being a weakling. I don't care. I really don't care. But I am gonna be shotting the sours. This is my favourite shot. If you know, you know. So I was going to shot gin, but I've never shot gin before in my life, and to be completely honest with you, I don't want to waste it. I want to drink it in a good, decent drink, not shotting it in a video. No. I'm scared. So the first say it or shot it question that I had was, have you ever done anything illegal? If so, who, what, where and when? I don't even like, I have like, and they weren't even really my faults. Like, is that illegal though? I once, like, literally I was on my way to my friend's house and I'd never been that way before, and my sat nav was telling me to come off of the dual carriageway, but there was no like build up, there was no signs saying to come off or anything like that. Like, so I was a bit like, oh, why is it telling me to come off? There's no signs. So I saw this like little gap, and I'm not even joking. So you've got the dual carriageway which is straight, and this turn off was literally like dead on, like sideways. So I really slammed my brakes on to turn down this road, and it went kind of like up a hill, and at the top I could see a police car and a roundabout. So I was like, okay, this police guy is up there waiting to get the roundabout like I'm gonna be. And I pulled up behind him and he got out of his car, and I was like, oh no, I'm not meant to be here. This is really awkward. And he got out and said, can I ask why you've come up an illegal road? He said, this is for emergency vehicles only. And I was like, but my sat-nav told me to come off here. He was like, right, can I see your sat-nav please? And I showed him and he was like, that's really, really weird. And I said, honestly, like, I wouldn't have come up here otherwise because I wouldn't have even seen it. I did think it was a bit weird because there was no signs or whatever. But I obviously just carried on going because I just thought, okay. Yeah, it turns out it was literally just an emergency vehicle road, not for like normal people. He said, can you make sure you don't do that again, because he was like, that's actually really, really dangerous. So I don't know if it's illegal. I don't know if that's illegal, but I did go up a road that, honestly, I just drive myself into trouble sometimes. Like, I'm so ditzy. Like, I'm just so like not all there that I just kind of bring it to myself. And yeah, that was honestly so embarrassing. So embarrassing. And I was just a bit like, oh my god, I can't believe that's just happened. I've also done something else illegal, which was in my old car I drove around with no wing mirrors at all. So long story short, one of my, I think it was my left wing mirror, I had gone out on Boxing Day, like this was years ago, and because I recently just started driving, like just passed, I loved driving, so I was going out on nights out and stuff, but like being the designated driver, because I just didn't care about drinking, I just wanted to drive. And I remember I left my car parked out a club, and when I got in, I was giving my friend a lift home, and he was like, oh my god, your wing mirror. And it was basically like hanging. It had been vandalised by a certain somebody. I think we know the reason why. He just didn't get his way, honey. I wasn't interested, so he lost his temper out on my car. And yeah, I was just really like fuming. I kind of like taped it in. And then all of a sudden, a few weeks later, when I was driving on the A14, the tape kind of just gave way, and the wing mirror, the actual like mirror glass just went bing, and just went flying on the A14. And I was just thinking, oh my god, I was so worried that had gone and hit someone, like, and just caused them a crash. I didn't know where the hell it went. I was like, it just went in seconds. And then my other wing mirror, I was driving down a really, really tight road, and this car was coming up really fast, didn't even bother like slowing down, like it's really, really tight. And they took my wing mirror off with them. And at this point, I didn't have one of my left ones, so I was like, this is the only one I've got left. And it didn't take the whole mirror out, but it took like half of the glass. I remember I was driving in a town not far from mine, and I saw a police car like hidden at a roundabout, and I drove past the roundabout, and then all of a sudden they pulled out and were behind me, and I was just thinking, oh my god, they're following me, I know they are. And they followed me for a while, and then all of a sudden the lights went on, and I was like, oh my god, I'm being pulled over. Like, I was literally nearly in tears, and they were like, do you know why we pulled you over? And I was like, is it because of my wing mirrors? Like, duh, Amy, do you know how serious and dangerous that is, driving without wing mirrors? Shame on you, shame on you. Full on shaming myself here. And yeah, I definitely say that's illegal. Driving around with no wing mirrors, I definitely do not recommend it. It wasn't fun being pulled over by the police. There was two of them, one was playing bad cop, one was playing good cop. And yeah, just be safe. Make sure your car is always fit to drive. What is the dumbest thing you've done at work? I actually really don't know. I've done a lot of dumb things. You all know me by now. Like, if you don't know me, get to know. I've done a lot of dumb things. I can't actually remember what they've been at work. I've said a lot of like dumb things, but I don't know what I've done that's dumb. I've been there for 2 years, and I'm sure the person who's asked me this is watching this like right now thinking, I know what you've done, but I genuinely cannot think of anything at the moment. Oh, okay, so this isn't actually, it wasn't actually at work, but it's the only thing I can think of right now. I'm sure there's loads of things I've done, but basically we had our Christmas works due last year. Obviously we didn't, no, it was the year before, because last year we're actually in a new year now, I keep forgetting. But basically I was at my works do, and by this point I was really, really drunk, and I don't know where I put my clutch bag. We was in like a really posh kind of like spa-y hotel thing. We had like lectures and that throughout the day, and then we all had a hotel room each where we got ready and stuff for the evening. But yeah, by this point, like, I was so drunk. I probably had like 3 or 4 glasses of Prosecco and at least a bottle of white wine. So I was quite gone. I don't know where my clutch bag was. And I remember saying to my friend Demi, please can you look after my phone and put it in your bag? But then, as the night went on, I completely forgot that I gave Demi my phone. So I then started crying to everyone, even in front of like high up managers, can I just say. I was crying, basically saying, I've lost my phone, I'm never going to be able to text anyone again, rah, rah, rah. Everyone was like looking for it for me, everyone was like trying to help me. And then someone tried ringing it for me, and turns out the whole time it was in Demi's bag, but it wasn't her fault, it was my fault because I didn't remember. I completely forgot I told her to look after it. So that was quite dumb of me. That's not even like really a bad thing. I know I've done dumb stuff, but I genuinely cannot remember what they are. Next say it or shot it question is my house or your house. This is from Lewis. Just to clarify before you think, whose house? As much as I love it here at home, it's home and like, you know, you just feel comfortable. Like I do, oh my God, this is really hard. Why did you ask that question? Because I love both for different reasons. Like I love my house because it's my bed, like it's comfy, and you kind of like, as much as I've been with Lou for like 2 years, but I still feel like, you know, even though like I'm so welcome there and everything, I still feel like awkward just helping myself into like his fridge. Like I wouldn't ever, I just feel like I just don't ever want to do that, even though I know full well I can. And Lewis is always like, for God's sake, Amy, you know. But I guess in your own home, like you do whatever you want, but like when you're in someone else's house, you feel like you just don't want to help yourself to their stuff in their fridge. So that's the only like thing. But I think overall, I think I would prefer Lewis's house because I just, as much as I love being around like my family, it's not that at all, but I feel like there is a lot more to do when I'm at his, over on his side of the valley. Because over here, where I live, we literally don't even have anything. Like the closest thing we have to a cinema like is like 20-30 minutes away. We don't have any decent restaurants or anything like that really. Like we've got a few nice ones, but like if you want to go for a Nando's, again, that's 30 minutes away. McDonald's like 15-20. It's just all really annoying. Like we don't really have anything really here at all. So I find if I go to Lou's, we have more fun date nights. And also we do a lot of game nights and stuff at his house. But yeah, it's gonna have to be Lewis's. You thought you'd make me shot that, didn't you? But I actually gave an answer. Next say it or shot it is just take a shot for me. That's from my cousin. Thank you, Courtney. Here goes the shot. Try not to spill it as well because it's sticky stuff. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Oh, tangy. Okay, the next one is your most embarrassing sex story. I actually do have one of these. And I don't think I can say it. I don't think I can say it, I really don't. No, I can't say that. And again, oh no, I can't do myself like that. I mean, it's not, yeah, no, I'm not bringing that up on the channel. That's gonna stay a secret. Here's 2 embarrassing sex stories. Ugh. It's so like sour. Oh my God, Amy, you're drinking sours for Christ's sake. Okay, so the next question is, I know who's asked this. You think you're funny? You think you're funny, mate? Can you drink water in Reading? Yes, yes you can. You can drink water in Reading. If you haven't watched my birthday vlog, then you will have seen that I said I wasn't sure if you could drink the water in Reading because I didn't know if it like gave you an upset stomach. The amount of messages I've had from that video about that, yeah, it's a bit embarrassing. I didn't really realise. I kind of just said it, but it's always good to be like precautious. And yeah, I've definitely learnt now that you can drink the water up in Reading or down. I don't know if it's up or down, but yeah, I know you can. Okay, the next one is, can you tell us about your latest dream and what it was about? So I don't really dream that often, but this is actually really weird. Like I very rarely like have dreams, but the latest dream that I can remember having and telling people was, it was so random, but basically it was me, Lou, his friends and their girlfriends. We all went to Topgolf, and I just remember it was summer, we all had our cocktails in our hands, the boys were at the top all drinking their beer. It was laid out completely different to like what Topgolf looks like. It was completely like laid out and designed completely different to like what it actually looks like, but in my head it looked completely different. But basically there was like, in my dream there was like literally like over 1,000 steps, and the boys were all the way at the top, so we was going to meet them. And yeah, literally we were like dancing, had our cocktails, we all got to like our partners at the top, and then it all of a sudden just came like really competitive about who's the best couple to win the golf, and like who was the best golfer. And it was honestly, I woke up and I was just like, really wish that was actually happening, but COVID. Next question is, how big is Lou's chopper? Wouldn't you like to know? I'm just gonna leave it all in suspense. It's not big and it's not small. No, I'm joking. I'd say very, very decent size that I am very, very happy with. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. Yeah. Next question is, what is the worst date you've ever had? I've had quite a few, I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm joking. Worst date I've ever had, it was with this guy that I'd met or like been messaging on Tinder, I think it was. And at the time I was going to West Suffolk College, and there was a cinema literally like a 5-10 minute walk from college. And yeah, he was like, oh yeah, should we go on a cinema date at this time, which was perfect, like when college finished. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I literally finished college, sorted me, like topped my makeup up, walked over to Cineworld, and I waited like in the main bit, because it was like winter back then, so it was really, really cold. This was literally like 4 or 5 years ago. And I was waiting in there, I was waiting, and I was like, where the hell is this guy? And eventually he walked through the doors, straight away was like, hello love, you right darling? Right, let's get our cinema tickets then, yeah? And like started walking like this, and I was just like, oh my God, not a hello, how are you? Like, it was just, I was literally just like, right, okay. So we queued ready to get our tickets, and he was just like, you're looking lovely, but he was so loud, and I was just like, this is not subtle, that is our first date at all, this is so awkward. We got our tickets, and I do think cinema for a first date probably isn't the best, because you can't really talk and get to know each other, so it was a bit awkward. But we sat down in the back seats and was chatting away, and he was just kind of like talking about himself a lot. Very vain, kept getting his camera up on his phone, checking his hair out. So we're watching the film. I actually genuinely can't even remember what the film was. It was so long ago. And he pulls his phone out and says, oh, I'm just gonna have to go and take this. And I like looked, and I was like, oh, okay. He's like, it's my mum, won't be long. Oh, like I was just like, okay. Didn't even like see if it was true or not, because I didn't see his phone, but he like walked out of the cinema talking to her as loud as anything, and people were like looking at me, and like he wasn't quiet, like he had no quiet voice at all. He was gone for, I'd say, at least 20 minutes, and then came back and was like, did I miss much? And then people were like, shh, and I was just like, oh my God, what is happening? I just want to go home. And then his mum called again, and he went out again for at least this time like 10 minutes, and then he came back. He's like, I am so sorry about that, like I just really needed to take that. And I just thought, are you just trying to mug me off here? We said goodbye. I finished the day out of politeness, and we said goodbye, and when I got back I just kind of sent him a nice text and just said, you seem like a really nice boy, but I just didn't really feel the spark. To which he was like, oh, I'm gutted, kind of thing. And I wasn't expecting that, because from what I got, he didn't really seem that interested in anyone but himself. But I don't know. The next question is, what gives you the ick? I see a lot of this on Instagram, and I would actually like to do a video on all of your guys' icks. I don't really know what like, I never really knew what like an ick was, but I guess my most top icks would be rude to like parents, like if they're like if they like are just really horrible and speak to their parents like awfully, then that's a big no for me. Like it's just a big turn off. Yeah, it just kind of shows about like who they are as a person. Another ick I have is food around the mouth. I actually know that Lewis does this. The amount of times I've had to tell him about mess, I'm just like, get away from me. What else? Oh yeah, my biggest like, it's not even an ick, it's a pet hate with everyone, is the sound of people gulping or like eating. It really it drives me insane. Like I genuinely cannot sit next to like my dad, because if he's like gulping his coffee, I can just hear it and I'm like, no, I'm getting out of the room. Lou is honestly, I don't even know how I've managed to stay with him, to be honest. He is the loudest eater I've ever met in my life. He'll eat sweets, it'll be literally, or it will be like crisps. Anything he eats, he manages to make a right old noise of it, and I don't know how I don't lose it, but I manage to actually stay calm. I guess it's because he's special. But really does. Sometimes I do snap at him and I'm just like, can you seriously pack it in? I think as well, like shoes on a boy are a massive part to me. If you wear good trainers or like good shoes, then yeah, I like that. But if you, I don't know, there's certain shoes, if I saw someone in, I'd just be like, no, I'm sorry. I just don't know what it is about Timberlands on boys. No. No. There's something about boys who wear Timberlands, it just gives me the ick. As soon as I see it, oh. So yeah, I think they're the majority of my icks. Okay, so that is most of the say it or shot it questions answered. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely have enjoyed answering some of your questions. Thought you'd catch me out, but you didn't, so nice try. But yeah, I really had fun filming this video. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day weekend, and I hope you all are doing well and staying safe. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up and be sure to subscribe if you do want to carry on seeing any future content of mine. But yeah, I shall see you all in my next video, and yeah, I love you all loads.